Yeah. Let's look at the questions now. Okay. I think it's not too difficult. It's either you are getting better and better at this, okay, or these questions are actually getting easier. Okay, this is actually our typist. So there's someone who is in charge of typing the resources, actually. All right. And then we also have someone who prepares for the tutorial questions. Okay, so let's look at the question here. The diagram below shows similarities and differences between human cheek cell and a leaf cell. Okay, which one of the following correctly represents A and B? So human cheek cells, okay, you see, both the human cheek cell and the leaf cell, they contain nucleus, that's correct. Now, they also both contain something else. So if we were to look down the list, okay, we know cytoplasm is present in both. Correct or not? Chloroplast is not. Okay, so this is possible, right? Cell membrane. Because all cells will have the cell membrane. So let's look at B now. Okay, human cheek cell will not have something, but leaf cell will have. In fact, I see two answers here. Do you all see the same as me? Okay, you should notice the same thing as me, right? Yeah. There are actually two answers here. So if let's say you have been marked wrong, let me check whether you have been marked wrongly. Okay, just take note. There's an error here if they marked wrongly. Like Delia put D, she was marked wrong. It should be correct. Okay, C and D are both correct. Ken, if you look at what I have, I actually helped to change the color already just now when I put in your answer. So I exported from the portal. If you can see the Google Sheet now, your answer is now reflected as correct. So question 1, nobody got it wrong. Okay, so there are two answers acceptable. Now in the PSLE, it won't happen. Remember I told you PSLE question, right? They already prepared many years back, at least 2 years back. So they will relook the questions before, they will relook the question and the answer, and they look at it many times, all right, before they really finalize it. So don't worry if you find something. So what happens during PSLE is if you find something weird, something that is not so right, you can still put out your hand and ask, right? Give your comment or ask, is there any problem with this question? No harm asking. Okay, if there's no problem at all, they will come back to you and say, they will come back and tell you that, okay, there's no problem to this. If there is, then of course, they will be highlighting to every single child doing PSLE science paper at that time. So throughout whole Singapore, all the school will be getting the phone call, okay, from SEAB to inform them that they need to tell the students there's something wrong with certain question. They will do that. All right. Renzo is not being exported. Let me check for you, okay? When do you do this, Renzo? Delia asked me, has it happened before? Okay. Remember I told you I taught in secondary and primary before, correct? Yeah, I have noted even in O-level exam, okay? O-level exam errors, really. So they have to call. They have to call every single school and then inform of the error. Then we have to quickly inform the student the error. Then we have to, Renzo, you finished it a few minutes ago. I exported today, but not a few minutes ago. Okay, it was considered a big error, okay, because it can cause the students to lose 2 marks. But because we spotted it and then we informed the student, yeah, no, they have many people assigned to do calling or they send memo. Sometimes it's the exam papers already printed, okay, but they spotted it. So they have a memo, that means a slip of paper attached to every pile of the question paper. Whoever is the examiner or whoever is the one giving out the question paper, they would have noted. Then they will write it on the whiteboard, very big, and they will make sure every student acknowledge that they have noted the change. Okay? So not to worry, exam process is like that. I was also in charge of practical exams during O-level as well. Yep. So I was the chief presiding examiner, presiding examiner, etc. Yeah, prelim exams, you also experience errors, isn't it? Then you have your teacher moving around, quickly telling the classes of the errors. Now, Renzo, are you able to type in your name? Can I help you with it? Okay, I type in the name. You can put your answers in if you wish to. Yeah, okay, good. I think you were struggling to type it in, right? Because the first column is locked. Nobody can change that. Uh-huh. Okay, chief presiding examiner, yes, from your own school. No. The presiding examiner usually from other school. Invigilators are from your own school. But in the O-level exam is the opposite. Okay, invigilators are from outside. They are actually other teachers from other schools. Yeah. So that's the difference. Okay, Cassidy, you asked, right? Yeah. So PSLE and O-level, they are different methods altogether. And then PSLE papers are marked locally. O-level papers are marked. O-level papers are sent overseas to mark. Okay, Ken? Where do they go? Cambridge. Yeah. Okay, someone's here, Ursa. Okay, question 2. Now you have system P, system Q, and then there is this respiratory system. Okay, so you study the flowchart here. System P is related to the food we eat. Then you get undigested food, you get digested food. What do you think is system P? It should be digestive system. Yeah, correct. Overseas, to overseas. Okay, then next one, they say respiratory system, right? So you have air going in, and then this special gas will go into system Q. Digested food also go into system Q. What is this system? We know it should be circulatory system. Very good. So we know these two systems now. Okay, and then this is actually going to all parts of the body. But what is gas Y? What do you think is gas Y? Yeah, correct. Oxygen. Cannot be carbon dioxide. It's just oxygen. So this is oxygen. Okay, so gas Y is oxygen. This is correct. What else? Any other statements that are correct? Let's see. System Q is involved in gaseous exchange. Q involved in gaseous exchange? No. It's circulatory system, so no. System P protects our organs. Digestive system cannot protect the organs. So tell me, what is that system that actually protects our organs? Write down. Okay, only one person responded. The rest? Nobody else responds? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All coming in now. Yeah. So there's a lag. There's a delay. Yes. Skeletal system. Skeletal system actually helps to protect all the important organs in your body. All right. Question 3. Which of the following is an impact of increased greenhouse gases in the atmosphere? Okay. Now, if you didn't take note of this very important word, is called impact. Okay, they are not asking you about the cause. What is the cause of greenhouse effect? What is the cause of greenhouse gases? What is the source of greenhouse gases? They are talking about the impact here. So answer has got to be more flux. Why? Because when you have a lot of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, there will be a lot of trapped heat. And the trapped heat will lead to global warming. And global warming means our surrounding temperature is getting higher and higher. So the ice, okay, in the very cold places like Iceland, you will see all these ice caps melting. Okay, places with a lot of ice, they'll all be melting. And then sea level rises. You have to go step by step. If this is an open-ended question, you will be required to write down everything step by step. Okay, so these are all the necessary points you need to write down. Ken, if you want to take note of this, good for you. Okay, make sure you can write down. Your teacher say must have increased average temperature. Your teacher said that must have increased average temperature. Let me think. He gave notes of the explanation to these questions. Okay. But every year they mark differently also. So sometimes they accept, sometimes they don't. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, your teacher is playing safe. So your teacher will say, must put down this thing, must put down that thing. When I was in school, I also tell students, okay, everything also must put in. Yeah, but when I went for PSLE marking, it's a totally different story, you know. They say, please mark for conceptual understanding. So conceptual understanding, of course, yeah, you must have those points in, but your teacher is playing it very safe, you know, Delia, to tell you memorize this, then you don't miss out anything. You will be writing a lot more than required. Some years very strict, I agree. I have seen. Okay, some years very lenient. Those years when they are more lenient, I have even seen one question. Okay, you have like 20 possible ways of writing the answers. I have seen. So they have this big whiteboard, very big whiteboard. So every time the marker reads some student's answer, they felt that the student should be given the marks. So the marker will go and ask the presiding examiner. Okay, then the presiding examiner will then have a discussion with a group of people, and then they will decide, okay, we are going to allow that. So they will add on to that whiteboard. So teachers are informed, those markers will be going to the whiteboard to look at all the possible accepted answers, and then they will mark accordingly. Okay? Why not B for this question 3? They mark in a hall. For example, okay, I come back to the marking thing in a while. I answer why this is not B. More deforestation. Okay, this is more like the question, what causes greenhouse gases or greenhouse effect? Okay, Tammy? So it's because of the forest fire, the deforestation, then you have a lot of greenhouse gases, right? But now they are talking about the impact. That means you have the greenhouse gases already. What will happen because of that? Okay, Tammy? So you write down. So impact. Okay, it's like a kind of effect that it has on the environment. We are not looking for sources. We are looking for the effects. Okay, so if you didn't know, now you'll know. Yeah, the online one also correct. I know because of the COVID thing, right? Okay, yeah. During my time when I was marking, okay, it's more like the teachers are sitting in very long tables. Okay, so it's like your canteen table, very, very long. So there are many, many chairs. So people who are marking the same questions as me will be together. After I mark my script, I will pass it to another person to mark. Okay. And after she's done, she passed to another person. So all of us will take 3 scripts each lah. Correct? So we will put 3 scripts on our table. So I marked the first one at the top, right? So this lady